Hi guys, welcome to the Java RESTful web service tutorial series. In this video, I'll be covering introduction to the Java RESTful web service. This video will be mostly about the theory part of it. There are two different types of web service, SOAP and REST. This tutorial series is about the REST web service. Before going to the RESTful web service, let's try to understand what is a web service. From Java language point of view, a web service is a Java class that is exposed over the internet or web so that its public methods can be accessed over the internet using the HTTP protocol. After that, any client can call these methods provided it is connected to the internet. Now, what is a RESTful web service? Its full form is Representational State Transfer. There are two words here which we need to understand, representational and state. Representational here means that the data can be sent in different representations like XML or JSON format from the server to the client or vice versa. But basically we'll be considering from server to the client scenario. We would generally be sending a Java object from our method of the web service class, but runtime environment would convert or transform the Java object in turn to the desired format which the client asks. It could be XML or JSON format, and then it will be sent to that format to the client. In the full form, we have one more word, state, there. Now, what does that mean? State means that the state of the server objects can be changed by the RESTful call. Like if we send post or delete HTTP request to our web service, then it can update or delete the server objects. So that's like a change of state in the server side, and in the client side also the same thing can happen, where we might get some new objects from server. So there is some state change involvement here because of the RESTful call. So as a whole, if you try to understand, RESTful is about the transfer of the representation of the data that results in the change of state of either the client or the server. Now there is one specification provided for RESTful web service, and it is called Jax-Rs. It's actually defined in JSR 311 section. This is mostly about the annotations which are present and which we can use in our code to make a Pojo class a web service. There are so many vendors available who provide implementation to this specification. I have found a couple of vendors like Jax-Rs and RESTeasy who provide implementation. So if we want to use RESTful web service, then we have to use their libraries, and it's very easy to use their libraries. We just need to include their jar files to our project, and then we will be able to create or consume RESTful web service. I told earlier that any Pojo class can be exposed as a web service, but how does the runtime environment in the server side find out which class to be invoked as a web service? For that, it uses something called URI pattern and HTTP request methods like get, post, put, or delete to find out which class and which method to be invoked as the web service. It is the URI and the HTTP methods form the core of the RESTful web service. and with this combination the runtime environment is able to find out which class and which method to be invoked as a web service. Now, whenever I am referring to runtime environment, it is actually referring to either Jax-Rs or REST framework, whichever we are using. Sometimes it is called as Jax-Rs runtime environment, which is again nothing but Jax-Rs or REST. I'll be using Jax-Rs framework for our sample examples. One more thing we can note here is that for RESTful web service we are using the existing web technologies like the HTTP protocol, HTTP request methods, and the URI patterns. So this was the theory part. I'll be covering some practical stuff from the next video. Thanks for watching.